Okay. I'm in just chatting. I have that set up. Ba 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 ba. I think blank presentation. We do. Hello, Garrett. Hello, Helios. Hello, Spellbreaker. It's not threatening. It's polite. It's carefree. You know, it's light. It's Whitebread, thank you for getting in. I would have visited violence upon you had you not. Crash Naps, welcome to the stream. Nick6, hello. Hello, Balinart, Jezebel. I know we're late today. But we're finally here. And more importantly than being here, we're big and we're huge. I got in, no need to execute my family. I have terrible news about that, Jason Scott. Okay, so first things first, we do have to come up with the metric for these precons. Aegis Athene, thank you for the 200-bit cheer. Hi, boss. Genuine question. Do you tire of me doing ball jokes on ETB? No, never. Never, ever. As long as you slide me that crisp $1 every time you do it. Asherus, thank you for the Twitch follow. Lorwyn looks like peak except for the 5-color slop. Spellbreaker, you're about to have a terrible 2 hours. You are about to have a terrible fucking 2 hours. Ba 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 ba. How did your doctor's appointment go? Was it anything serious or just a regular checkup? I was talking to a psychiatrist to get a letter qualifying the kittens as emotional support animals so that I do not have to pay bullshit pet rent. And the moment I started talking about the things that had happened to me in life or the feelings I have inside, the therapist did a gamer lean and was like, we're gonna need you to stay here for about 2 hours. But we're getting that letter. Genio, thank you for the prime sub. Welcome to the dog home, my friend. Tatty, I'm so glad. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad you enjoyed the deck review. Those are up for the week on Ko-Fi. Maul, are you a -1 counter anti? I don't know. I don't know if I'd say anti. I think you gotta count with care. Agumon, thank you for the 7 streams in a row. I need to know your opinions about the Scarecrow King. We will get there. Swamp Thing, thank you for the 7 streams in a row. Welcome back to the dog park. I will be heavily critical of your criticism after the Spider-Man debacle. I'm not sure you can be trusted. I can be. I can be trusted more than people who rage bait for views. I rage bait for the love of the game. Sauron, want to get a roast when they restock. How funny or serious do you prefer the tags for max entertainment? Be serious. I cannot impress enough how lackluster it is when you try so hard to be funny and then I try to bump set Spike and then you go like, oh, well, I didn't really mean it. I was just being silly. Be genuine. Be perfectly genuine. Hey boss, I'm never going to be available on Sunday to get a deck roasting. Is there another way I could get one? Yes, we do a free roast stream once every month. You can also pay $500 to get your roast done on the spot during any solo stream. How do you like the blight mechanic? Hot as hell, frankly. Blight's really cool. Do you play League? All the time. I love League of Legends. It's very good. I need the hybrid rules changed right fucking now. No, what about Vivid? What about Vivid? Awesome. Thank you for the prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate those Jeffrey dollars. NGL This set looks terrible. It's just Kindred Slop with maybe like 4 to 5 okay cards. Have you considered that Kindred Slop is one of the most beloved archetypes in this entire game? There is nothing that unites people more in this game than, oh my god, here's my fucking gnome deck. Dragon, whatever you want. As long as you do it before the stream starts, you're good. Van here, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Yeah, like I think there's a difference. I do think, I hate to say it. I promise I will not let this bias hurt me, or I will not let this bias carry through to the Precon review. There's not a lot of stuff in Lorwyn I care about because most of it is for Kindred. And I don't really like any Kindred. I do think most people are like, if it's a Kindred I don't play, Kindred slop. If it's a Kindred I do play, incredibly thematic success. Elk, thank you for the raid. I did go live because I was like, wow, it's 2 p.m. Elk's still alive. They'll be done soon. I can... Reaper King, blight on my boys till they gain control of them or something. Extremely well thought out. Beautiful. Starry-eyed, thank you for the 35 stream streak. My tags tend to be silly, but silly in an honest way. Yeah, that's fine. You can be a little bit silly. It's really just, your tags need to be genuine. No, Pat, we have not started with the cards yet. We still have to... You were right, I was about to end. I'm not about to work overtime 4 hours or more. Yeah, but consider all the not much more money you could make. Ira, thank you for the 5 stream streak. My take is that even the Kindreds I like are Kindred slop. That makes sense. Some people enjoy oatmeal. The Dragon Master, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate those Jeffrey dollars. Boss, I have been a fool, a rube, an absolute buffoon. I was using Gira per Aether Grid in Maria when I already tapped the shit out of my artifacts for mana. Now I have a Goblin Charbelcher for +1 artifacts and easier kablams. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, let's go. Let's work on this PowerPoint. Metrics. Sloppy style, because it's Lorwyn, so we know it's slop. Points that a Precon has to hit to be a success. Number 1. Does it trick a child into spending $400 on lands? If it doesn't do that, not a successful Precon. I'm not going to argue that's what I want out of Precons, but I do think that is what Wizards of the Coast has communicated to us that they want out of Precons. Aegis, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Human gang. Is it slop? Yeah, but I love sucking on dudes, so... That didn't go off. Hold on. That didn't go off. Hold on. So, what the fuck is happening? Give me a minute. Pretend that happened at the right time. Boom will be delivered later. Allow 3 to 5 business days for Vine Boom shipping. Okay. All right. What else? Soul Storming, thank you for the Prime sub for the 9th month in a row. Sub baby's here, my friend. Welcome back to the dog home. Absolutely not Spellbreaker. Okay. So what's next? Another important thing about Precon is play pattern. You have to, you have to get your ass kicked. You have to get your ass kicked because if the deck was good enough, then you wouldn't buy new cards. And we have to trick people into buying new cards. But you can't get your ass beat too bad. Yeah. Do we stare into the middle distance for 3 to 5 turns before doing anything meaningful? That's a very, very important one. I don't think we need bold. I do think we need. Okay. You ought to be able to win if you turn one soul ring. Bait used to be believable, BD. Do they have obvious bottom of the barrel cards so people can scratch their chins as they replace them? Yeah. What do we call these guys? Do they have obvious bench warmers to cut? These are metrics of good things? No, I wouldn't say good things. I would say these are the hallmarks of a Wizards of the Coast Precon. A Wizards of the Coast Precon should have a dog shit mana base. It should have somewhere between 10 and 20 cards that are terrible so that you feel really smart when you decide to buy more cards to swap with them. You should do nothing for a couple turns. Nothing at all. Mandatory $50 Precon exclusive single. Very good. Do they have better commanders than the creature on the box? Does the backup commander make the face commander look like a fuck up? What's your opinion on the new Reaper King card? I'm sure we will get to that as we get to the actual Precon review. 2 board wipes exactly. I don't know about that one. I don't know if that's a thread that has been woven through generations of Precons. Do they have obvious cards in the same set that should have been in the Precon instead of some common? I don't think we can investigate that because then we have to go like look through other spoilers. I want these to be self-contained, can identify this just from looking at the Precon. Hi, baby. What's going on? No, we'll be fine. See you soon, baby. Okay, babe. Silver Knight, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Is the Precon built in such a way that it's more viable in 2 or 3 sets from now? I don't think that's a typical quality of Precons. Does the Precon survive being slapped on the wrist? Can we survive 1 removal spell? I will take these 6 questions. So first we have the 2 Precons are Blight Curse and Dance of the Elements. We're going to start with Dance of the Elements. Hey, thank you, Silver. And Life of Shade, thank you for the Prime sub for the 7th month in a row. Have we talked about Chronicle of Victory, which everyone on TikTok seems to be hyped over, and I think it's a mid at best Dogwater card. Any opinion you hear about a card within a week of it being revealed is a lie for views. I'll sign off on that. I'll sign off on that no matter who says what about any card forever, even if it was me. Any opinion you hear on the internet about a card within a week of it being revealed is that person lying to get more views on that video. They may be lying to themselves. They may genuinely believe it. But like, you can know, I don't know, we all saw Vivi, and yet Vivi did not take over CEDH. And yet Vivi is still considered to be like worse than Ral. Worse than Stella in some cases. Genio, thank you for the 400-bit cheer. Yo, Mald, how do I analyze a deck in an honest manner where instead of making a string of if-then statements that basically depict my deck as an unstoppable machine, I objectively look at what the deck's average game looks like instead of imagining a fairy tale land where I get all the best cards? I found doing this would be better to not get high hopes for a deck before it gets demolished because you assume your deck was better than it was. The best way to do it is try to figure out what you actually want and how many cards do that by itself. The way you get into trouble trying to evaluate a deck is by looking at what one card in the 99 does with another card in the 99. That can only ever be garnish. If you are ever looking at what one card in your 99 does with another card in your 99 as the backbone of what makes your deck good, you are fucked. You are so fucked. That's really it. Is you have to look more at what would this card do by itself or just with my commander. If it doesn't do something good by itself or just with my commander, it's probably not as good as I think it is. Legendary, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. What about secret commanders? I think those decks are much worse than you think they are. Like I would not be confident in a if there's a synergy I need to pull off. So if I have a card and I'm like, ooh, this card combines really, really well with card draw. If I want that synergy to happen, I need to have 25 cards in my deck that do the thing, or my commander has to do the thing. That's the hard line for me. Anything below that, and I kind of assume that synergy not happening. If I need to draw extra cards every turn, and I only have 10 card draw spells in my deck, I kind of assume that's not going to happen. What if my commander is a tutor? Then you fall under you can't play through any meaningful interaction. Like the premise of your deck is you have to ask the table, pretty please don't exile this most of the time. Mauled, watching your fight with limiting caffeine motivated me to evaluate my relationship with it. I've limited myself to one caffeinated drink at lunch, and I found I'm not as agitated toward the end of the day. Keep being a beacon of positive male debauchery. We love to hear it. I have also been getting less irritable now that I've been having less and less caffeine. Okay, we do have to hit the manual ad break, and then we're going to get started with the actual pre-con review. So, everybody in chat, you're going to get laser beamed with 3 minutes of ads. I know, it's horrendous. It's horrendous. Go pee, go get a snack, get some water, do some stretches. Then we're going to come back, and we're going to have an hour of no auto ads, no pre-roll ads, and we're going to do the decks, and it's going to be great. Yeah, I'm unrage baitable now. I'm unrage baitable now. Three minutes is insane, Gravity. It's what I've found works best for not interrupting the actual content. Does caffeine just not affect some people? I swear I don't notice a difference. So everybody has a unique caffeine metabolism. Like most drugs, your body, everybody will react differently to caffeine and will metabolize it at different speeds. Ba 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 ba. Hey, thank you, Fletch. Yeah, I'm hard addicted to Coke Zero. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was just like statements of an orphan in a cyberpunk future I was watching Elk's stream and he mentioned Uro was banned in all formats. I don't see what's so great about it, Maltown. Could you please explain it to me, please? Yeah. Okay, bitch. Okay, bitch. This one, yeah. He's not banned in all formats, first of all. Elk's a liar. Is there a different Uro you're talking about? Yeah, literally not banned in Legacy or Vintage, but it's banned in a couple formats. Okay. Elk was lying for views. Okay. Most. All right. Elk was lying for views. Perfect. Yeah, because gaining life, drawing cards, and putting lands onto field are like 3 of the best game actions you can take. Especially for cheap. Like 1, a 3-mana 6/6 is fucked up. I understand you don't just get a 3-mana 6/6 because you play him and then you sacrifice him. But let me frame it this way. The most common play pattern for any 1v1 game of Magic the Gathering is you take turns playing threats and removing threats until one player has run out of cards. That's it. You have a mana curve too. You have different archetypes. You have people playing aggro. Uro gives you literally everything. He replaces himself because you get to draw a card when you play him. He ramps you, which allows you to play your better stuff sooner. He gives you 3 life, which doesn't seem like very much, but can be the difference to make you survive one more turn against the aggro deck. And then you can do all of that shit over again later in the game and get a very big creature out of it. It is less of, oh my god, he broke the game in half, or it's not that he breaks the game in half because he does this one spectacular thing. He's just aura farming every single stage of the game. If you draw him, but I thought escape dulled the card. Can you explain why? Boss, I am now the proud co-parent of my buddy's Turgrid deck. You should not be proud. In order to enter the battlefield, you need to escape it, right? No! There it is. That's the thing. So even if you sacrifice it because it didn't escape, you still get the ETB effect. When I play Uro for 3 mana, I get to gain 3 life, draw a card, put a land from hand to battlefield. It then dies, and then I have to escape it if I want it to stay on the battlefield, but I get that first round of effect. Yeah. If this card said you get nothing unless it escaped, and then you get just that if you escape it, much worse card. Much worse card. Yeah, okay. Got another one, boys. Put one on the Thought Simic was balance tally. And these ETBs, are they any good? Are they usable? Yeah, that happens, Danny. But that's why. We got a random smasher pass. We'll do the random. Hell yeah, smash immediately. Smash immediately. Okay, do we have anything else I need to take care of? We can't do GF hug time right now, Genio, because Z is out doing errands. But whenever they get home. Somebody asked in YouTube chat as well, hey Mauld, what's the chance of you playing on game nights? 0% until it's 100%. Genuinely. I have Like, there is, if anybody is interested in how those game shows work, there is zero process for getting onto them other than having some type of personal relationship with the people who run them and asking them or waiting for them to ask you. So it is 0%, and then at some point they may ask me or I may establish a personal relationship with them, and then it is 100%. It is Schrodinger's statistic. There is no like, oh yeah, these people are going, and then, you know, there's secret content creator signups they send out, and then there's this mixer. Yeah, 0% until it happens, then it's 100. Can we hoard hug time requests for a future date? Yeah, but those happen off stream. You talked to Rachel once, just ask now. That is true. I could just totally detonate that professional relationship. Like, hey, please, you reviewed custom cards on my stream one time. Please let me onto the show. Every other Magic creator ever is asking to go on all of the time. I think they're just afraid of letting me on the show, and then every time Josh Lee Kwai asks if we pay the one for Ristic Study, I go, fuck you! They know they can't air it. Wasn't she also in the same episode with you on Ben's show? Yes, that was how we got her on the stream, is I pitched that to her while we were filming Pack It Up together. So that's why only Ben Bateman invites Maul to anything. He doesn't go to the secret ice cream socials. You... We're going to... You don't even fucking know how true that is, you piece of shit. Literally, it's not a secret ice cream social. It is a public ice cream social called Living in LA. That's why. Obviously, nobody who's run any of those shows is like saying that to me, of course. But it's 100% like the choice all the people who run those shows have to make is, do I pay $1,500 to $2,000 to fly out and house this person to have them on my show? Or do I call Phil, who can drive themselves here in 15 minutes and is just as entertaining, if not more entertaining, than the motherfucker $2,000 away? That's like every part of content creation ever is defined by the LA dream pit. Bilbo Baggins, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the dog home. Maul, that's not true. I have yet to see any MTG content creator that's entertaining. That's Zach the Bold's making Magic content now. That's not fair. Is there a Portland click too? No, I'm not famous enough for prof, I don't think. That's the issue. See, here's the problem. LA, it's just easier to source local. Prof is so successful that he no longer has to give a shit about sourcing local and can just get the famous, coolest, most favorite motherfuckers ever. MaxiPad, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Right, I've been on with Prof twice, and then I haven't been back since then. Hey Maul, I've been having a problem with deck building. I feel like some decks I build do really well in the bracket. Therefore, and I can't tell if it's me or my pod. I guess what I'm asking is, how do you draw a line in each bracket? I don't think I'm going too hard, but if there's things I'm overlooking, I'm open to adjusting. You can't really draw a line in the sand. The best you can do is have open discussions with your playgroup, and the issue is, the core issue with the bracket system is that people are stupid. They're stupid. And so when they don't goldfish their deck, they will look at 2 cards in the 99 and go, oh my god, if I draw this card and this card, I'm gonna win the game! And then won't think for a moment about the likelihood that that actually happens, and then they'll say, oh, well, it's bracket 2, bracket 3, whatever. And they'll move on with their day. Whereas somebody else might build a deck that they say is bracket 2 or bracket 3 and just consistently does a thing and has a high ceiling, and then it seems way too good. Like, the brackets are still really wide. Goldfish Pat means to playtest by yourself. Lumberjack Shaggy, thank you for the 25 streams in a row. I appreciate you coming to the dog park. How bad is it going to Vancouver? LRR is there among other creators. Here's the thing, it's still like a flight in a hotel, which matters. Like, the fact that it's not in and out one day is a genuine hurdle. And then I'm just not popping enough. Like, I certainly do not want to come off as like, oh my God, if I just lived in LA, they would stop. They would finally give me the shot I deserve. They would finally let me be a peacock and let me fly. That's not what's happening. If I could make 1 million view shorts, I would be on game nights in a week. Like, all this stuff I'm talking about logistically only matters because I'm mid at this. That's it. Sorry, I thank you for the 100-bit cheer. As a streamer, how valuable is rating into someone as a means by which to make yourself known in other circles? 0%, 0 points. If it is a non-zero number, it is -10. That's the path to working as a waiter in an LA restaurant. Exactly. So yeah. So again, 0% until when every roast does as well as the Walls of Bossing Say did. Expect my game nights video to get filmed within 7 days of that. What I'm hearing is that we need to start cult inviting family and friends into watching your content. You're wrong. You're wrong, first of all. You're wrong, but you're totally right in that the greatest period of growth I have ever experienced for both my own content and the greatest period of growth I see when I'm looking at other people's content is when is their content good enough that somebody genuinely wants to show their friends. That's not cult invites. That's on me. But whenever, like, Chess, you're not already doing that. It's about degrees. I'm doing it to a great degree. I'm able to do this as a career. People seem to like it. It's going very well. So I'm doing it to a degree, but I'm not doing it to the degree that, like, Zach the Bold is, just empirically. Xanthus King Jeremiah, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. All right, so rating is just feeding your friends. Yeah, pretty much. Like I'm not a midstream. I mean, here's the thing, Danny. It's all relative, right? I appreciate your kind words. Please don't interpret, when I call myself mid, don't interpret that as putting myself down. Interpret that as I believe that my potential is so great that my current level of success is mid compared to that. It's not about, oh, I'm mid compared to game nights. I'm mid compared to Prof. I'm mid compared to Zach. I'm mid compared to me in a year. I'm mid compared to me 100 videos from now. Because when I look back at my early videos, I'm like, those suck. Wow. Not to be like, dox yourself, brother, but you're not LA based. Nope. No, I'm in Pacific Northwest. My hero is me in 5 years. Yeah, that is the I know it's from like Matthew McConaughey, but I cannot recommend adopting that enough. The day I adopted the mindset that my hero was me 5 years from now, me 10 years from now, me in a week, my life started getting a lot better. Once I stopped having other heroes. I still have plenty of other people I look up to, or that I like will occasionally, measure myself against to see how I'm doing. Lorwyn, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. All right. We vamped for a really long time. How about we look at some fucking precons? I'm going to start the recording now for Mango. No, I have to piss. I'm so sorry. No, I'm starting the recording and then I'm pissing because I'm a dumb little piss baby and I suck, kid, and I'm awesome and I'm going to go piss myself. All right. Why the fuck am I talking? Why am I on Stone Truck Giant? Right, Smash Pass. Okay, today we are talking about the Lorwyn precons and their lack of cloven feet. The metrics we are going to use. Will it trick a child into spending $400 on a new land base? That's number one. Number two, will these decks stare into the middle distance, doing absolutely nothing for 3 to 5 turns before anything meaningful happens? Number three, do they have at minimum 10 cards that are dog shit to allow a new Magic player to feel very smart when they decide to cut them? Number four, is there an outrageously expensive card available only via these precons? Number five, is there a backup commander or a different legendary within the deck that makes the face commander look like they have clown shoes on? And number six, can the precon play through one single removal spell? First, we're going to go to Dance of the Elements. This has 87 cards because Moxfield sucks. We're going to go to MTG Goldfish instead. Ashling the Limitless. Let me scroll in on this real tight. Elemental spells you cast from your hand have Evoke 4. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token elemental, create a token that's a copy of it. The token gains haste until end of turn. At the beginning of your end step, sack it unless you pay Wooburg. They looked at Scam and was like, yeah, that should be a commander deck. They looked at the archetype that ruined multiple formats and said, yeah, we should put this shit in a precon, baby. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, baby. 4 more years. Double grief, bitch. Grief better not be in this fucking deck. Grief better not be in this fucking deck. Yeah, this is like... This oatmeal is hot and piping. They didn't even put raisins in this shit, bro. No cinnamon, no nothing. This is just, hey, it's 5 colors. Why? Limitless, man. Can't be... Can you imagine the reaction if they were like, yeah, this is actually the Limitless, 3 colors? People would have rioted in the streets because elementals are 5 colors. Deal with it. God damn it. All right, Flame Braider. So we got a elemental specific dorks. Check top 4 for an elemental island or mountain. Okay, so we're letting them fix for their kindred and we're letting them fix for land type. Sure, that seems fine. That seems like a draft card. The card is low res and blurry because it's MTG Goldfish, but Moxfield doesn't have Moxfield doesn't have the full cards in Scryfall to put in Moxfield. Mech Fried, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Oh my god, and they're just gonna scam this to double the ETB trigger. Oh. Oh, this is gonna be a time prison deck. I already fucking know. I already fucking know this is gonna be like a Clockwork Orange. Hold your fucking eyeballs open. Make you sit through 10-minute turns that probably do nothing. Endurance? Type shit, dude. Yeah, we need this. We need normalize graveyard interaction. That's fine. That's fine. Normalize graveyard interaction. All right, Elvish Pipering. Oh. Put it in the trough, dude. Of course Omnath is in here. I swear to God, if I see a single other Omnath, I'm gonna fucking tweak. Slither Muse. On death, pick an opponent. If they have more cards in hand than you, draw cards equal to the difference. Okay, whatever. Cavalier of Thorns. Now, these are going to be the cards that are actually good. When people go to upgrade this commander, they're probably going to be grabbing all the Cavaliers because they have ETB effects and they have death effects, which you can double dip on both sides with the Ashling. So reach, check top 5, ramp, and then on death, you can put something on top of your library. That's pretty fine. Oh, they gave us Fury. They gave us Blasphemous Act at home. So you can do the 4-mana Evoke, you can still do the red card Evoke, or you can just, so that's 8 damage divided as you choose. Fucking evil. Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess we don't get the Death Exile clause. So you'd get the ETB, the Death, and then the ETB again, Taylor. Fury, we have Horde of Notions. Oh, beautiful. All right, I'm just gonna... We gotta copy paste this over. I'm just gonna lock in yes. And I'm gonna lock in hell yes. Jesus fucking Christ. Beautiful. Ingot Chewer, absolutely beautiful. Double artifact removal. Unstoppable. Don't look at the land base, Mirror Titan. The land base is only here to hurt you. See, the thing is, I feel like what's going to happen, this deck is so fiddly, and the land base is so bullshit, and the win conditions so far seem like so nothing. This is the perfect deck to trick a child into spending money on a land base. Because they're going to play it, and they're going to get to do all this evoke shit. And they're going to have so many triggers, and they're going to be like, oh my god, how did I not win that game? Clearly, it is because I do not have fetch lands and triomes, and I could not hard cast Horde of Notions early enough. Clearly. Ooh, who this boy? Massive Mysteries. Wooburg. First strike, Vigilance, Trample. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another elemental you control gains Myriad until end of turn. What? No, it does not. Get first strike, bitch. Flying. Any other key. Hexproof. No. Don't oh heck yes, Havoc. Okay. Ashling found dead in an alleyway. 10 bullets to the back of the head. That seems infinitely better. That seems so much better. Jesus. It also seems more in line with what I would imagine the Elementals deck wants to do, because, like, I'm going to keep it... There we go. Now it's a pun. They're decked in a gutter. Because even though you have this evoke cost, this looks so mana hungry. If you want to do anything meaningful, like if you just like if you fucking double Foundation Breaker, good job, you're losing that game. There's probably something at like higher power Limitless can do with the better evoke elementals, but with the deck off the shelf, I would imagine you're far better off just going like, I'm gonna make $1 million, and then I'm just gonna slam big elementals, and then I'm going to, yeah, make 2 new Cavalier of Thorns every single combat. Ashling is better for some sort of control deck, which is the worst archetype in Commander. Which is the most unplayably bad archetype we have in this game. Maul, the meaningful shit behind Ashling is just Avenger of Zendikar into delete you. That doesn't even work though. Like that's actively bad. Avenger of Zendikar is a fucked up card. Where is he? Is he in here? Yeah, okay. Here's our fucking boy. God bless. This is like active dog shit compared to just doing this with the second one. We scrolled past a lot of evil heat. Because what you do is you evoke Avenger of Zendikar for 4, right? You get the ETB, he dies. You make a token copy, you evoke again. You get 1 or 0 lands because you only keep it for the turn. And then you have a board of 0/1 or 1/2 green plant tokens that cannot close and you can't buff enough. Verse, if you have a like ramp deck that goes 5 mana commander into Avenger, and then you Myriad Avenger, immediately better, or better as a play pattern. Okay, let's go back to where we were. So Massive Mysteries, yeah. Base Commander, absolute clown shoes. Hey, the GOAT, the old boy. Shimmer Creep. Vivid, when this creature enters, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. Sure, complete fucking cop out when our commander is Wooburg, but whatever. So everybody loses 5, you gain 5. Another thing that is just like immediately better to Myriad than it is to evoke twice. I think you went past Giganta. Yeah, hey, Giganta still exists for a 15th year in a row. Nobody gives a fuck. Oh, Ashling only counts for 1 with Vivid? Then all the more reason that this face commander is fucking clown shoes. Alright. Legally mandated piece of removal. Cool. When this creature enters, target creature gains flying, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw that many cards. Oh, so like mini Starwinder. And we have Encore! Yeah, dude, fuck Ashling. That's hot. That's pretty hot, but it is another thing that is like infinitely hotter as Myriad than it is as Double Evoke. Myriad, I want to draw 20,000. I mean, Myriad, you'll draw like 9. Because Myriad, you'll, not even 9, because the attack trigger of Subterfuge, there is no attack trigger, it's just an ETB trigger. But Encore is a much cooler thing. I like Encore. That could give this... I think Encore is going to give these elementals a little bit more flexibility to exist outside of just elemental slop decks. Hell yeah, more triggers. Analysis paralysis. I don't want to turn to end until the nearest Taco Bell worker's shift has ended. Span of progress, belonging. ETB make 3 1/1s. Fucking, oh, absolutely gorgeous nothingness. Absolutely gorgeous nothingness. Jubilation. Crater hoof, but subscript in all lowercase. Destroy target creature, gain 3 life. This is another thing that's way better to do with Myriad, but I guess evoking this twice would feel less bad. 4 mana, I get 2 removal spells. This one, that one's hot. Wait a hoof. Crater hoof, but asleep. Of course, we have fucking Muldrotha. Blue card, Zendikar, Impulsivity. On ETB, cast instant or sorcery from a graveyard without paying its mana cost. Ooh! This is going in the VV deck. Oh, that's going in the VV deck. Ooh! That is nice. The Big Dizzler, thank you for the Twitch follow. I think this is the first one. This is the first one where I'm like, okay, that evoke cost, evoking that for 4 is tasty, but requires a lot of setup. Encore is so hot. Encore is so goddamn hot. I'm printing me one of these tomorrow. Holy shit. And of course, we have another Omnath. Titan of Industry's fucking evil. Fuck that card. Oh, God. Doesn't even... Okay, this is the evoke one. This is the fucking evoke one. Ugh. Because this is the one we do for 4 mana. For 4 mana, we get Cascade, Cascade. For 8. Ugh. This deck is so nothing. Like, it... It seems to, outside of like Avenger of Zendikar or maybe myriading that 1 drain thing, Shimmer Creep, it has absolutely no plan. Which, hey, on par for typo players, but that... Somebody was trying to pitch, do you get your ass kicked as a metric for this? And I think you do. This is definitely like stare into the middle distance, assemble 3 elementals, and then lose. We have... Oh my god. They put this in the deck. This is the fucking never-ending turn. This is the never-ending turn. This... fucking hate this. This might be the first precon I request politely to not play against. I know it's a reprint. I know it's not new. I'm not saying this is a new card. I'm saying this is a bad card to hand these people because they can't be trusted with it, and it's not good enough. Because you know what this is going to do? They're going to evoke an elemental. They're going to check the top 5 or whatever. They're going to take 3 minutes to make the decision about what things should be on top. They're going to sack the elemental. They're going to make the new token, resolve the new ETB trigger, and then resolve this trigger again with their new information. Ugh. And then it's going to be wildly unplayable because they don't even have good ramp. We have 5 mana rocks. And then we have these 3. Like we have a multicolored dork and we have 2 elemental dorks. And then we have, oh, fucking Cultivate Kodama's Reach, baby. Give it up. It's your 2 favorites here every Tuesday night to not do anything meaningful enough. This looks so clunky. This looks so fucking clunky. And then what is... I can't even see what this card does. Hold on. Springleaf Parade. X green green. When this enchantment enters, make X 1/1 shapeshifter creature tokens with changeling. Creature tokens you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. Oh, there's the ramp. There's the entire ramp budget. Open the way found alive and well, but with a shittier person trying to copy their identity. Wow, this looks okay. We get kindred summons too. We get some elementals. We get some more elementals. 40 lands and not even a single good one. That's crazy. They put the Thrive lands in here. They put the fucking Thrive lands in here and they no triomes, all the thriving lands. We gotta revolt, man. We gotta have a revolution. We can't fucking we can't. We can't be fucking holding these so close to the vest. Yeah, how many of these enter tapped? Not this one, but it's creatures only. Creatures only. I'm counting that. 3, 4, 5. Holy fucking shit, a filter land. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. 14, probably. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Jesus. This is the type of deck that needs somebody to be playing a group hug deck. Just be a turn down the whole game. Oh. M-Call, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse. Ozone is lucky. Thank you for the Prime sub for the 5th month in a row. Welcome back to the Dog Home. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. It's only fair you get that Evoke for 4 at turn 5. This is so... How much do they want people to pay for this? Maybe we don't know pricing yet, because maybe we're just 40 pounds. 40 pounds to just stare at the table and think of what could have been. 45 bucks. Okay. I'm just thinking about how much Greek food I could get for 40 bucks and how much happier I would be with that much Greek food. Creators of my LGS were $36. Okay. WotC still not knowing how to make a 5-color Precon land base at this point is wild. No, they do, Dark Ditto. That's why, again, this is only half a joke. WotC Precons are designed to trick you into spending money on lands. I'm not seeing a lot of dollars next to the price of these cards. Is that some sort of glitch? No, it's because the prices aren't established yet because they're not released. Devin, I think this one, Dance of the Elements, this seems very much like... This one doesn't have any of the new cards because the new cards aren't up on Scryfall. This deck is 100%... Look at all these cool elementals, pick your 5 favorite ones, build a new deck around that. Ashling the Limitless, unfortunately, feels like pretty fucking bad. Pretty fucking bad. Like, this is a Precon you buy and then you strip for... Like, you buy, you play it 3 times, and then you go, ooh, I really like that Horde of Notions guy. I'm gonna build a Horde of Notions deck. Or what are the, like, expensive individual cards? Do we have that? Do we have that one $50 card? We have Cream of the Crop. Somehow Timeless Lotus is $15. I have no idea how that's true. Ashling the Limitless, in that you wouldn't even play it in Limited. Oh, fucking true. I would not. I would 100% not be. Yeah, I think I think the deck list as it is, all the movers and shakers in this deck, you would be better off just running Massive Mysteries and then having a lot of good ramp. That's it. I think Ashling is the most interesting commander here, TBH. I think that's only true because she's the worst, probably. Like, Ashling is only more interesting than Massive Mysteries because Massive Mysteries has a clear good thing you can do, and Ashling, you're like, oh, how do I make this not still bad? How do I make this not still suck ass? I don't even think I think the stuff you do with Ashling is just like, hey, check it out. Blue, Black, and Legacy is back. Enjoy. I think the way to make Ashling better is Riveteer's Ascendancy. Now, there's an angle. That's something you could do. You could try to figure out some sort of like Death Triggers Matter deck and then have Ashling do that. And then everything is like, okay, for, or like Industrial Advancement. That is the interesting Ashling deck. But they were cowards. They were too cowardly to just reprint the Henzi Precon. But yeah, you do shit like that in 5 colors. I kind of like that actually. Maybe we make the Ashling Precon and we go, here's the actual, hey guys, you're welcome. Here's the actual Ashling Precon. Ashling is 5-color elemental Henzi, but you aren't ready to hear this. No, I'm ready now. I'm ready now. Because I'm actually now that it's Henzi, I'm rocking with it. Isn't mana value 0 from Ashling, though? I think it is a token copy. It is a token that is a copy of it. I think tokens that are copies of creatures do have mana values. Chat, please correct me if that is wrong. But I do think, yeah, because it's a copy, they do have a mana value. So we can't actually do all this shit. Okay, we can, all right. No, there's something free. All right, we're going to plan this stream. We will have this stream done this week. We are going to make the actual Ashling Precon. Foosball Warrior, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. So it is, you can evoke elementals from hand for 4 mana. And then when you sack them, if you sack a non-token one, you make a token copy and it sacks it end step. Fletch, thank you for the 300-bit cheer. Just play Conspiracy. Smile. Oh no, that sucks. Don't do that at all. Never do that. Horus, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Okay. So let's go to, can it survive 1 removal spell? I'm going to say doesn't even make it to the removal. This is like, that's very disappointing. That is a very disappointing deck that I do not think is that fun to play, and it probably overcomes removal in the type of way where if you can Little Bean until you have like 8 mana, once you have 8 to 10, once you have like 8 to 10 mana, then the deck starts doing stuff. Right, no, does anyone waste removal on it? No, they just beat you to death. All right, final score for that one. That's going to be a woo scored out of we. I don't talk a lot about pricing, stuff like that. Personally, no interest in buying that. Not really interested in buying it to play the deck itself. If I wanted to upgrade it, which I think I do, the upgrade we would do is a complete ground up rebuild, actually playing around one of the commanders. It feels like the face commander and backup commander, being Ashling the Limitless and then Massive Mysteries, are so wildly different in what they want to do that the deck just feels completely torn in two directions. Hitch, no. The backup commander fits a little bit more to the deck that's here, but Viv, then like the deck doesn't have the ramp to support the backup commander's plan. They have the bare minimum ramp to support what Ashling wants to do, and then it doesn't have enough ramp to support what the Myriad Elemental wants to do. I'll buy to dismantle for singles. What singles are you dismantling it for, though? Like, what are we gonna... I mean, you could get Cream of the Crop, or if you really wanted a Timeless Lotus. But what other singles are we like? Selvala, Muldrotha? Selvala's 5, okay. What's Muldrotha at? $3? We're paying $35 to disassemble $3 of singles? Buying this just to steal Ashling's cream. Horrific. Horrific. All right, let's check out the other one. Blight Curse. Worth a meaningful amount more. Sphinx Ambassador, Clem. What the hell does this do? Auntie Ool. Sea Dog FTW. Thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Auntie Ool. Alright, so we're in Jund. Ward Blight 2. Let's fucking go! Yeah! Oh, I want to be a little shithead. Yes. I love that from the rip. I love ward costs. I love ward costs that are not just have money. I love ward costs that are like, you can pay this, but you do not want to. You really do not want to. One of the best ward costs I've ever seen. 4/4, whenever one or more negative counters are put on a creature, draw a card if you control it. If you don't, its controller loses 1 life. Okay, that second mode seems pretty dog shit, but it will at least push the game towards an end, and the card draw seems pretty good. Little Mr. Doom, thank you for the $10 super chat on YouTube. Hey, remember when I made a card that was better Sylvan Scrying and you said it was a bad idea? WotC made an Evoke Elemental that's just better Sylvan Scrying. It's still, hey, listen, we still shouldn't be doing it. All right, that seems pretty hot. How are we actually doing it? Oh my god, we have Mana Dorks. Holy fuck. I'm just naming this one Jund Bigness. Actual turn 1 play, other precon, immediately dead in a ditch. Channeler Initiate. Put 3 counters on a creature you control. Remove 1, add a mana. Oh. Oh my god, did we... I can't believe yet. I want to believe that we got actual downsides back. I can't believe. Devoted Druid, of course. Hapatra, my queen. So on combat damage, you put a -1 counter on, and we get to make snakes with Death Touch. That's pretty hot. Oft-nabbed Goat. Oh, okay. I need you all to know, this is the greatest card in the set. We're about to be pulling, oh my god. Holy fuck, we can't zoom in enough. Okay, I need you all to know, Mango, overlay this shit. This is the greatest card in the set. It is 1 and a black for a 0/5 that says for 1 mana, draw a card. Gain control of this creature and put a -1/-1 counter on it. Only your opponents may activate this ability and only as a sorcery, so only on their turns. When this creature dies, if it had 1 or more negative counters on it, its owner draws that many cards and each other player loses that much life. So you pass it around the table, and then if it dies to -1/-1 counters, you, the owner, draw 5 and everybody loses 5 life. It like gives you a new fucking hand. Or if you, I don't know if there's like a -1/-1 counter bomb, but if you put like 20 -1/-1 counters on this thing, you could blow up the fucking table. Great. Here, look at this. Buy this Precon. Buy this Precon just for this card. Worth it. I'm hearing Black Sun Zenith. You know, true, but you need so much mana. You need so much mana to do it. You're probably not going to, like, kill a table with that. But it is pretty funny. Okay, Dread Tiller. Put a -1/-1 on a creature. When a creature with a -1/-1 counter dies, you get to put a land card from your hand or graveyard to the battlefield tapped. That's decent synergy. Dusk Urchins, attacks or blocks, put a -1/-1 counter on it. Okay, so now we're getting all these like old bad cards that the new commander is going to make okay because you get to draw a card with it. That's fucking sick. That is sick. Fuck you, I hate Proliferate. She's a baddie. I won't apologize. Whenever a creature an opponent controls with a -1/-1 counter on it is put into a graveyard, you may return that card to play under your control. Oh god. We have Golden Retriever Boyfriend who can't figure out a single fucking plan, and Goth GF with 3 active warrants. This is fucked up to put at the same table. This is, no, I don't hate it. This is awesome. I just cannot conceive of why they combined Necroskitter Robs You with Wooburg deck plays a tap land for the 4th turn in a row. Wyclor, I trust you can figure out why Ashling's gender does not actually matter to the comparison of Golden Retriever BF, Goth GF. Sinister Gnarlbark, on end step, draw a card and blight 1. Fucking... They had seen Elk's videos and they were like, we need a reason Phyrexian Arena can be playable again. So this one, super fucking sick in the deck. Probably not sick outside of the deck because you have to put it on your own creature. But this is for the Blight Commander. Holy fuck. Double Phyrexian Arena because it's draw 2. And end step, yes, end step draw is better than upkeep draw, Dragoon. But if you're not in Blight and you have to blight your creatures, that's going to get really bad for you really quickly. Like you only have so many turns before you are really, really hurting because you're putting -1/-1 counters on your own creatures. Oh my god, they put my girlfriend in this. I might get this deck. This looks fucking sick. Skin Render on ETB put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature. Oh my god, and now we might just fucking bang bang and be happy. Bang bang, and I'm happy. No. Who? What's wrong with these people? In the deck that's putting -1/-1 counters on our own shit? This is... We have to change the rules. We have to change the rules. Hold on. Forget obvious bench warmers. Does this precon make the person playing the other precon accuse you of pub stomping? And that's going to be a 100% yes. 100% based as well. That's so fucking funny. This is literally, it feels like I'm looking at the Hawkball precon versus the Orzhov precon in Ixalan. These are night and day in terms of like sauce, power, plan. This is crazy. Where's that fucking idiot dragon meme? Here's the story of the set. That's the fucking review. That's true. We need to we do need to adjust the Yeah, that is dia-fucking-bolical. My word. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the heat. So we get to Tree of Perdition you. We're not swapping for 13 life. We're swapping you down to 1 life. ETBs with a -1 counter on it. Green, remove a -1/-1 counter. Destroy an artifact or enchantment. Oh. Repeatable removal and blight target. Say less. Archfiend of Ifnir, you're going to hell. Kolrath Knight. Wither and creatures with counters on them can't attack or block. That... Oh. Oh, holy synergy. Holy synergy. Puppeteer click. Okay, we get to steal stuff, comes back with persist, and then you take the counters off, then it can die again, and it can come back with persist again. We're being Hearthhold again. We're being Hearthhold for a second time. Where the Jund Precon is just fucking dope as shit, except this time, there is no Kilo to go infinite. Scorpion God? Yeah, fuck them. Village Pillagers. So if you can't read this, it is a 5 mana 5/5 with Wither. On ETB, deal 1 damage to each creature your opponents control! Alright, so ETB, -1/-1 the board. Whenever a creature an opponent controls with a counter on it dies, you make a tapped treasure. This is like... This is somehow one of the more cuttable cards, and that still looks fucking dope to play. Artifacts. ETBs with 2 -1/-1s. Black, remove a counter from it. Put a -1/-1 on everything else. That's fucking dope. Grave Titan. Alright, yeah, cut this guy instantly, but whatever. Midnight Banshee. Wither. On your upkeep, put a -1/-1 on each non-black creature. Oh, they're gonna boo you, but you're so right to do this. They're gonna boo you, but this is fucking awesome. Oh, this is the other Reaper King. Let me just look up his name. Tubrid. Alright. Tubrid mana. I guess to be accurate to Reaper King. On ETB, put a -1/-1 counter on up to 2 target creatures. Whenever a creature an opponent controls with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, you may put that card onto the battlefield under your control. I gotta call my guy. Get 27. I need all of them. I need every fucking one of them. That's foul. That's foul and wrong. I need this for Yawgmoth. Please, WotC, change the hybrid rule. No. We should not be. Listen. As someone who has argued for a hybrid mana very much, I'm gonna pin this on my wall and be like, no more. No longer, bro. Yeah, there has to be a loop somewhere in this deck. Barafor Young You. Alright, 7 mana. Make 1/1 Saprolings equal to the number of counters on creatures somebody controls. Double the number of each kind of counter on target creature. That's pretty fucking crazy. I don't know about crazy. That's very good synergy for the deck. I like that card. Grim Poppet. 7 mana, play a 1/1, but take a counter off this, put it on another. That's so fucking sick. Yeah, Milk, a lot of these have a way to fuck the people playing 1/1 counters, like +1/+1. I need it in my veins. Okay, Planeswalkers, that's a point against them. Oh shit, we removing? Trophy, Zenith, Pyre, card selection, removal, draw, reanimate, removal, impulse draw, but it's with Blight 1, removal, little bit of draw, removal. Oh my fucking god. I'm sorry, wait, I'm sorry, hello? This has to be a fucking reprint thing. This has to be a reprint thing, and I'm happy for them. This is so funny. What the fuck is the World Trade Center doing here? What the fuck is happening, bro? They just got a building! We need a headquarters, alright? We need a headquarters to put all our fucking -1/-1 counters in. Yeah, get this deck right now. What do these do? Oh, fucking harmonize. Okay, bro. Oh, Clash? What is that even? Hoarder's Greed. Hey, terrible card, don't play it. Clash is very funny. Clash is very funny. This is one of the 10 you were supposed to cut. This is one of the 10 that you were supposed to cut. But holy fucking shit, that's so funny. The Reaper Lord, thank you for the Prime sub for the 4th month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. You can kill yourself with it. That's true, but you're never winning. Like, you're not... The curve in this deck is not that high. You are not winning that clash. Okay, Eventide Shadow. 5 mana, remove any number of counters from any permanents on the battlefield. You draw cards and lose life equal to the number of counters removed this way. Bristly Bill's coming off the house ban list. Green players, you're free. Green players, you're free. I have 5 mana. Prepare. Prepare, you bitches. Hey, guess what? I'm not countering your stuff anymore. Yeah, Bant players, get over here. Bant players, I'm licking my fucking lips. I'm rubbing my hands together like a raccoon. Come here, bro. Dark Depths mentioned. And we kill Planeswalkers! Oh. Strawberry Kiwi Danimals, thank you for the Prime sub for the 3rd month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. This is pure heat. This is pure heat. This is Planeswalker Death. Uncounter the mono green slot player. And we get to pick up half our deck. Incremental Blight. Yeah, -1/-1 counters and then -1/-1 counter cards. Aberrant Return, 6 mana. Put 1, 2, or 3 target creature cards from graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. Each of them enters with an additional -1/-1 counter on it. That's so fucking sick. That's so fucking sick. I will just play that in a lot of black decks. Pick your tongue up off the table while looking at this deck. I can't, bro. I'm about to slobber on it. I'm about to slobber on it. It's so good. It's so good. This deck ripped all the Riz out of this one in the fucking womb. What in God's name? Alright, and then Tarfire. On end step, if you put a counter on a creature, deal 2 damage to each opponent. That seems very milquetoast in the deck as it stands. Maybe there's some synergy loop where you can do it like every single end step and then it's pretty good. Yeah. Oh shit, I skipped over the artifacts. Okay, Contagion Clasp, Wickersmith's Tools. Whenever 1 or more -1/-1 counters are put on a creature, put a charge counter on this artifact, add 1 mana of any color, 5 tap sack, make X tapped 2/2 scarecrows, where X is the number of charge counters on this artifact. Complete dogshit trap card. I think unless you were doing -1/-1 counter board wipes, this is 100% a trap. And then also cut Commander Sphere, obviously. 2 damage just doesn't matter, though. Yeah, I don't think it matters as it stands. I do think you could build a deck that attempted to make it matter. 8 damage or rotation does matter. Let's be clear. 2 damage, 1 round around the table, nothing. 2 damage every player's turn, not nothing. Any cool new cards for Rakdos Reanimate? Yes, Aberrant Return. This reanimates 3 things. They get -1/-1 counters on, but it's worth it to get 3 things back for 6 mana. 39 lands, all dog shit, but hey, it's 3 colors, so it matters less. Blowfly Infestation, which I think goes... Oh, no. Flourishing Defenses, right. Morcant goes infinite with Flourishing Defenses. That's evil. Do we have Morcant in here? We don't. It is crazy they didn't do an elf deck. Okay, so that is... Morcant is one of the cards you're meant to put in this deck. Like, you take fucking Wickersmith's Tools out, and you put the high elf baddie in here, and then you fucking crush the table. Finding of the Old Gods. Puka's Covenant. What the fuck is happening on this art? I need this in high definition. God damn it. All right, so as best I can tell, Teen Wolf is spiritually possessing a bunch of goblins. Cody Coy, thank you for the $5 super chat. So it's official. Whoever has been making the Jund precons is the one in charge of all precons. The Jund Edge precon was also busted. Yeah, these two are so cool. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it dies, you may return another permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of counters on that creature from graveyard to hand. Do this only once each turn. That seems a little bit like a trap, unless we're doing like Spore Frog stuff. Okay, saying this is like Riveteer's Ascendancy is a bit of a stretch. Yeah, to hand is very, very different. True, getting lands back is nice. Oh my god, they gave them bounce lands too. The deck's good. The deck's good. Jund Precon team stays winning. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. You missed the new Aristocrats enchantment in the deck? Hold on. Oh, enchantments. Grave Venerations. When this enchantment enters, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your end step, if you're the monarch, return a creature from your graveyard to hand. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain one life. Okay, I mean, I'm not about to tweak over Taco Bell design. They just went, hey, get some ground beef, get some cheese, get some lettuce, put it in a fucking tortilla, ship it, ship it, ship it. That's super fine. Yeah, four mana, draw 2. Hello, baby. Everyone say hi to my girlfriend right now, or I'm gonna freak the fuck out. Long string of numbers. Thank you for the $5 Canadian super chat. The first deck, you hear gears grind when you draw a card. This deck is just incredibly smooth. Who made that first deck? This first deck looks like it was made to just jingle keys. Like 100%. This first deck looks like it was made to just go, hey, look at all these cool elementals we have made over the years. Don't you want to build a different deck around some of these elementals right now? Isn't that cool? Like this first precon is giving me active or like interactive museum exhibit. It is not meant to be that good of a deck. It is not meant to be a precon that you lovingly upgrade for years and years and years. It looks like a deck that is meant to be, I picked this up for $30, whatever. I saw this really cool card in it, and I built a new deck around that using some of the elementals. Because if you like elementals, you need a ton of these creatures. Like, if you like elementals, a ton of these are just pieces you will use for many, many decks to come. Or even if you like 5 colors. But it's 100% you take it, you break it down, you build a new, totally different deck around whatever idea you actually like. Whereas Blight Curse, this one just fucking rips. Like, you upgrade this one a little bit, and you can... I feel like you could pretty easily make this bracket 3. I am 100% running Reaper King No More over Auntie Ool, though. But that's because I love stealing and taking things versus just building like a card draw engine. I think this ranges from like totally fine to really, really fun card draw engine. Oh, it has a 2 card infinite. It already is bracket 3. God damn, bro. Okay, well then bracket 3 in spirit rather than just, okay, these 2 cards mean I insta win. Because there's a big difference between your deck comfortably plays in bracket 3 and your deck is like kind of softballing, but then sometimes you pull a 2 card infinite. I agree, 59. You can make an argument for Auntie. I just love Theft so much that I would be playing Reaper King. Didn't you say that -1/-1 counters are a strategy that can only work in bracket 3 and higher, or are you revising your statement now that you've seen this precon? I think there's a meaningful difference between -1/-1 counters like Hapatra, where you have basically no reason to put them on your own creatures, versus this precon, which is carving out a niche to put them on your own creatures. I still think it is very difficult to manage playing a -1/-1 counter deck in bracket 2 emotionally. I think you will always have trouble with that in bracket 2 no matter what. But I think mechanically, previously you had to juice them to bracket 3 to make them work. Whereas now, because you have so many good reasons to put -1/-1 counters on your own cards, you could do some more dirtily shit. Are you able to talk about the leaked Sultai Fairy? No, I do not discuss leaks because even though I do not work directly with Wizards, I work with a lot of people who do work directly with Wizards, and I firmly believe that if I were to begin discussing leaks, it would lead to retribution being visited upon them. Add the snail? Which snail? Blight deck deserves to upgrade and thrive in bracket 3 like a husky deserves to thrive in the Arctic. It can't be Toxtril. That's the... we don't know how mana works. Toxtril's a blue card. Yeah, that deck is fucking fierce, man. I don't even know a meme we can make other than just Jund fucking bigness. This deck is so much better than the other one. This deck is so much better than the other. Well, I guess they're for different things, but this is like I what are your 5 instant ads? Oh, sure, we could go over that. Hmm. So I don't think you would do Morkant unless you were going for an elf strategy. It's kind of tough because when you're looking at precons, they typically underbuild consistency in order to like have these Factorio engines for you. And so the things that a precon typically needs, like the first ads you should always make in a precon is I want to have better ramp, better removal, or better draw. And so a lot of the stuff that you want to get rid of is like fuck Puka's Covenant, fuck Lasting Tarfire, fuck Wickersmith's Tools, fuck Commander's Sphere, fuck Harmonize. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can cut, but it doesn't get cut for crazy heat. It gets cut so that you can just, like, play Stargaze. I think Freestrider could go in if you wanted to build around the Jund Reaper King, and you wanted to build the deck more around putting counters on other stuff. Right now, this deck really, really wants to blight its own stuff, and it has some cool interactions with putting -1/-1 counters on other creatures, like to do crimes, but It's not doing crime that often with how it is out of the box. Yeah, blighting, notably not a crime. And so you would have to be playing more around ETB, put a -1/-1 counter on, playing more around Hipatra, playing more around would Contagion Clasp even do it? No, because Contagion Clasp after the first one, like the Proliferate wouldn't do it because we're not targeting. Yeah, Yawgmoth probably goes in. Mauled, what's your opinion on decks that are crazy, inconsistent, and unfocused, but it's okay because everything in the deck is good? I think everything in the deck being good, while the deck itself is crazy inconsistent, is not really something that tracks to me because good always has to be defined in context, right? Like, I'm a good runner. Can I outrun a train on the tracks? No, I am getting turned into paste. And so if you tell me everything in the deck is good, but sometimes I lose on turn 7 with no creatures because it's inconsistent, I struggle to believe that everything in that deck is good. Are you with me there? If you're just saying, oh, this is a mid-range pile, and I'm not playing synergies, that's fine, but those decks are pretty consistent in what they do. There's a difference between unfocused and inconsistent. If the thing you're attempting to consistently do, like we looked at a Maelstrom Wanderer deck that was trying to do this, where they had no game plan, they just had a ton of ramp, and a ton of really expensive things. It was not focused. Everything in the deck was good, and that deck was wildly consistent. It did not have combos that happened. It did not have a lot of like the same thing wasn't happening every game, but it was always going turn 4, Maelstrom Wanderer, I get 2 big shitheads. Go from there. So it depends on what you mean by inconsistency. Hello, Hire. How are you doing? We are looking at the Lorwyn Precon deck list, and I am bowled over by how much sicker the Jund one is. This is so crazy. This is so fucking good. Light Magician, they did not. They put some of them in. They put Fury and Endurance in. Can you read this? I haven't seen it. The hold on. The Precon has Fury and Endurance. Incremental Blight, yay or nay? How much is this? 5 mana sorcery. You probably cut it. You probably cut it. I don't think you have to, but I think you probably do. It's pretty expensive. It's only sorcery speed. You have a lot of better options there. Do you have any ideas on how to make the elemental precon at least bracket 2? I like the idea, but it feels too weak. You could immediately make this precon feel way better by spending $300 on lands and then putting good ramp in. That's all the elemental deck needs. Because the thing about the elemental deck is I don't think it's very good until you can pay the Wooburg to keep the token. Wait, if we lean into putting -1/-1s on opponent's creatures, does Maha make us a war criminal? Yes, it does, and we deserve to do it. Yes, it does, and you should stand proud. You're strong. Can you stifle the Wooburg cost? Maybe, but that's a lot of work, and since you're in green, you're probably better off ramping anyway. Torgor, I think Maha goes in either version. Maha goes in both versions of the deck, because if you have the other Reaper King, this just means you immediately get to steal stuff. Persistent Constrictor. Oh yeah, this guy fucking rules. This guy fucking rules. A deck that supports a card that I don't know if it's spoiled yet, but you know what it is in hint, Bleat. Could you be referring to a card that's in this precon? The oft-nabbed goat. the greatest card ever designed in Magic the Gathering's history. Shy Guy Rambo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Your opponents won't have a board state, and you will wake up in the parking lot with no wallet and one shoe. That's the price you have to pay for greatness. That's the price you have to pay for greatness sometimes. Listen to me. I don't need teeth if I have your Llanowar elves, okay? Morange, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Corrosive Mentor. I don't think you need this. This one's a little bit too narrow. Just black creatures is not enough. Does overkilling your own goat insta-win the game? Yeah, but not in a realistic way. Not in a realistic way. Because the card draw and the life loss is tied to how many -1/-1 counters he has on him. And so if you overkill the goat, you can't overkill him by making him like -10/-10. You have to overkill him by putting that many counters on him at once. Oh, I'm not talking about the card overkill. I'm talking about the like broad idea of overkilling, not overkill the instant from Final Fantasy. If you mean overkill the instant from Final Fantasy, absolutely not. Not Toxic Deluge, Dean. It must put a counter on. It must put a -1/-1 counter on. Not Rage Bait. Off-nabbed Goat is a bait card. It's always bad to give your opponents cards, and they use the cards you gave them to exile him. I mean, that may not be Rage Bait, in which case you are just wrong normal style. That's okay. We can dig into that. I think you are correct when it comes to bracket 4. But really below that, if I give you a card and you draw premium removal and you use good removal to get rid of a 0/3 that you currently own, I will take that trade. I will take that trade every day of the fucking week. If somebody swords to plowshares this goat, I'm happy. So I do not think this is bait. I think this is probably one of your favorite cards to play ever at bracket 2. And I think at bracket 3, it's pretty fun. And then I think at bracket 4, it's not fast enough. They can sacrifice it for value, though. If you sacrifice it, I get the value. The death clause is tied to the owner, not the controller. So like if okay, you took my goat and sacked it for value, I'd draw 2. Great. Yeah, like this is, let me put a cautionary label on these statements. This is obviously not a CEDH card. It is not about to be like the most powerful card you have ever played. But this is 100% always fun, always good. Always fun, always good, almost never going to let you down. Like either if somebody wants to get rid of it before you get the cards back from it, boss, are we looking at main set today too? If so, would you mind taking a peek at my Queen Grub? I don't think we're looking at main set today too, unless there are particular crazy good upgrades to the precons from the main set that we need to pull in. Yes, Rene Red. It is now it is only at sorcery speed. And so to take it back, you kind of have to like inverse hot potato it around the table. Icon. Boss, I'm teaching 2 new players Magic / Commander tomorrow. What kind of decks would you give them? I would give them 2 copies of the Jund Precon. And then I would show them a copy of the 5-color precon and say, don't play that one. Pallet Town Bully, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Hear me out. Use buffing enchants to make the goat's ass big as hell to make the table bomb itself. That's pretty funny. Grave Robber, yes, you could do that. If the goat dies under someone else's control, the other Reaper King could 100% do it. Maybe I just played a mean table, but this guy's getting bounced 1 day out of the week. Right, but that's good for you. 11 days out of the week. That's good. That means a different, better thing didn't get bounced. Like it's, he got removed. All right. And play him again. And that's the difference between, I think, something being bracket 3 viable and bracket 4 viable. Like at bracket 4 or CEDH, you're not really playing a lot of removal bait, if any. You're playing, here is a genuine threat, or here is an interaction for your threat. In bracket 2 and 3, like a super cheap piece of removal bait, then they get more cards. You're talking about 1 card. Let's be... Oh my god, my opponents keep drawing cards. What do I do? And it was like, Tom paid 1 mana to get 1 additional card. We cannot ignore how little each opponent gets out of this. Like if every opponent activates the card draw, this is everybody draws 1 card. That is it. Yeah, at sorcery speed as well. It's 1 card for each of them, and then we get 5. At casual tables, that is 100% a good investment on average. Like, if I give you 1 extra card, and you use that 1 extra card to remove this goat before I draw 5, that's not a big deal. Paturbo42, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Maldhound, please, I'm sobbing. As soon as I heard -1/-1 counters were back months ago, I've been wanting to upgrade my Masker Girl known killer deck, and they give me nothing. That's what you get as a monocolor player. I don't know what's wrong with you people. It's fine to play dual lands. Do it. Open your minds up, you goddamn chicken nugget kids. Yeah, you got upgrades for Masker Girl known killer. You got a new fucking deck, dog. Clap. As a monocolor player, fuck you. Do better. Do better. There's no 2-color Illusion Maul. There will be. There will be. Hey Maul, they keep seeing High Perfect Morcant being mentioned for this deck, but there's no elves in the deck that work with the card except for the 1 card that just goes infinite. I personally think it's a bit of an aimless include. I'd like to know what you think. I think the people genuinely recommending High Perfect Morcant, because I talked about it with respect to the infinite earlier in the stream, the people genuinely recommending High Perfect Morcant for this precon are 1, lying for views if they're a content creator, or really if they're a friend. Friends rage bait each other for views all the time. Or they are implying that you should rebuild it to be a like pseudo Jund elf ball deck. Chief, do you have an affiliate link so we can pre-order some Jund Fire? I do for Cool Stuff Inc. I am sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc. And so I do have a code MAULD for 5% off. But that is the only affiliate link I have. Why not just actually build Morcant then? Because then you couldn't comment online about how you should use Morcant to upgrade the Jund Precon. But Hirobi is monocolor and Hirobi is my baby. You are not beating the accusations. We're not. When I call the monocolor players heartless bastards who have never seen the sun for one day in their lives, and you come in being like, but what about Hirobi? You're the goddamn pudding, bestie. The proof is within you. Interesting you still support Morcant after what she said about Kithkin. I am going to say this now, and I'll repeat it whenever you need me to. Do not give a fuck about magic lore. I do not give a fuck. Not a singular one. Hey Mauled, is Grub Storied Matriarch too far off of the main theme for the Jund deck? I don't know because they're not on Scryfall. My goat is not of Vorthos. Nope. Little Mr. Doom, thank you for the $5 super chat. So funny that this deck has like every card investors were buying out for exactly this deck. That is funny. Did you talk about Commander versus Backup Commander? We did not go into depth. Commander versus Backup Commander for the Jund deck, I think both work pretty well. I think Auntie Ool works better with the deck as it's currently built. But it is not like the first deck where the two commanders just want wildly different things. These two commanders want mostly the same things. Viv, thank you for the $10 super chat on YouTube. I engage with magic lore just enough to learn which girls are lesbians. Best reason to do it. Best reason to do it. Okay, let me look at this. Dawn Hand Dissident. Blight 1, Surveil 1. Blight 2, exile card from a graveyard. During your turn, you may cast creature spells from among cards you own exiled with this creature by removing 3 counters from among creatures you control in addition to paying their other costs. Maybe. This is really not very attractive to me. As an additional cost to cast the spell, behold a goblin and exile it. Pay 1 life, blight 2, target opponent blights 2, only as a sorcery. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. This guy for sure. That guy fucks. Instant speed, return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, then if it's not your main phase, blight 2. Yes, probably. Jordan, thank you for the $2 super chat. Only Unesh cares about Sphinxes. I must monocolor. I will say, if you're in love with a specific commander, then yeah, for sure, you can commit to monocolor. That's true. Do we have enough goblins? Maybe we can't do... I want to do this guy. Maybe we don't have enough. So I could remove my own commander. 1 goblin. No, never mind. 1 goblin. You cannot play that motherfucker yet. You would have to do the Morcant thing, and you would have to rebuild the deck to be like Jund goblins with a -1/-1 counter sub theme. But what if I only liked one color? Literally not impossible. Or literally not possible. The color pie is long, dead, and all mixed up. If you like one color, you definitely like a different color. You just don't know which one yet. Okay. We have looked over the precons. We have ranked them. That rank being the Jund precon is on the fucking moon, and the 5-color precon is dead in a ditch somewhere. Thank you all for being here. That's going to be it for the day. We're going to be live again tomorrow playing Peak with Z, 3-3 Elk, and Quips and Guac. We're going to find somebody to raid into. I'm going to pull up the Bald Kai message. Girls Play is live. We will raid into them. Everybody, thank you for being here. I appreciate your support and keeping me company. I will see you tomorrow, and please remember to stay toxic. YouTube, that's just going to be it, but I will see you all tomorrow.